With each other. Hella tubs though. He only smoke papers, not only smoke woods. That should be hella funny. Talk about these strips, we to the blue faces. Niggas hating on it. How y'all doing, man? Trying to figure out right now what side to like. But you know, ATE, man, you know what I'm saying, all through experience. Use my mic, but because I brought it out here for a reason. Right. But anyways, like I was saying, ATE, really just get your story out there, you know. Everybody's been through something, everybody's done stuff, everybody, you know. We all got an experience, we all have a story. So it's just basically making sure that you guys, live your day, live your struggle, and let your experience, teach you what you're supposed to know. But other than that, though, man, got a bigasswood.com right now.
I think what you got going on is really dope, bro. I think that the whole all through experience movement is like, it's something that's forever lasting, you know what I'm saying? It's something that is a continuance, and I think that's the most important part of it to me personally. But the topic today is what is frequency? And this is actually my brother's topic right here, and I think it's really dope, so we're gonna jump right into it.
What is frequency? What is frequency? What is frequency? I watch a lot of little videos on YouTube, such as everybody, I'm pretty sure. But long story short, though, the true definition of frequency is like occurring repeatedly over a particular period of time. Basically, a variation of vibrations that we can't see. They basically it constitutes the metaphysical. Instead of the physical. Physical is like sound waves, you know, when it's super hot outside, you're looking through, you looking straight ahead or whatever, you can see like the little squiggly lines because it's hella hot out there, it's like, you know, steaming or whatever. Well, that's like a physical frequency right there for us to visibly see. But the metaphysical one, what I feel like is our true frequency, the one that we a lot unaware of. Basically making it so that brainwaves are at like a certain conscious level. Which is really dope, because metaphysics is basically, the metaphysical frequency is nothing but like waves and lights. You feel me? Such as, like how I said before, physical frequency is sound waves, which you can physically see, you feel me? Which is dope. So, you know, to you though, what is frequency?
Frequency to me is, well, we're all nature, you know what I'm saying? We're all natural human beings. And I believe that everything is influenced by its environment, and you know, like different contacts with different vibrations and frequencies with different people could affect us positively or negatively in a shorter sense. Frequency is like, you know, me walking into the room and me not saying a word, but everybody has their eyes on me. Everybody just is attracted to my aura, my flow, you know? But yeah, that's what frequency is to me.
Another thing about frequency is people always like to say, you know, you feel me, it's a vibe. A vibe. So think of your vibe as your frequency. You know, that's a very more easy and modern way to break it down for, you know, a lot of us, millennials, let's say, or people who just, you know, diving into their consciousness or whatnot. But, you know, your vibe, it's the vibe you bring to the table. You feel me? And the vibe you bring to the table is, like I said, about metaphysical vibe. It's not no physical one that you're actually giving off heat waves to someone. Although I'm not sure if that can happen or not, but like the metaphysical vibe, you definitely can give that off. So just think of your frequency as your vibe. Next thing though,
how can you best govern your self-consciousness along with maintaining your high frequency, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just steering away from, you know, making bad decisions with a low vibration or a low frequency.
You should be aware that your self-conscious is important and so forth if you have a high frequency. So I feel like the two tie into each other. It's almost like a trick question a little bit. If you just, like I said, if you have a high frequency, or if you are tapped in with your self-conscious, if you're self-conscious, if you are aware of your subconscious, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're aware that you talk to yourself in your head, because that's what you're basically doing if you're governing yourself. If you speak to yourself, then you're governing with yourself. You're governing with your higher conscious or your self-conscious or your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like when you're doing such. So it really goes, back to that. Like if you conversate with yourself, which is a lot of people like to say crazy or so forth, but it is a very, I guess, healthy way to try and maintain your, how you said, keeping your high, or how you ask, keeping a high conscious while maintaining your self-conscious.
So basically, governing your self-conscious and just your and maintaining your high frequency, I believe, is just recognizing that it's right now. And with that being said, whether you're in a low vibration environment, you being aware of that is automatically putting you in a higher vibrational column, I would believe. But then you have to get yourself out of there. You have to get yourself out of that environment that may be taken away from your energy and just giving you those vibrations that you may not want to receive at that moment. How do you see yourself in a high vibration or in a happier, more in control state of consciousness?
Right now, for me, myself, I feel like I have a high conscious spirit. I'm very aware of myself, of what I'm around, of what I go around, of just a lot, such as we all are. I feel like we're all sort of aware. What's really important right now, and it's probably not talked about a lot, is astrology. The way the earth and the sun and the moon move, such around and so forth, because everyone's sort of tapped into consciousness right now, so to speak. So I like to think that my consciousness, I'm at a high conscious. Like I wish my consciousness matched. I just would like for my conscious, the way that where I know and I see myself at with my consciousness level, I just, at a higher level, I see myself with the ultimate confidence of consciousness. So that's probably like the next thing I need to just break and just like get through it, just having the ultimate consciousness of, confidence.
What vibrations do you want to bring to the people? So
I be feeling like I be sounding like a nerd, or like I be sounding like, like I'm trying to bring it not down to a lower consciousness level so everybody else can understand, but I'm trying to like make it more cool so that everybody will watch and they will listen. You know what I mean? Because for the things that we're going to be talking about, especially more later down the line, it's going to be like a lot. We're going to have to ingest a lot, And not only just that, but like I said, going back to the astrology thing and so forth, like we're at a time, I don't know what zodiac sign we're in or, nothing like that, but I feel like we're just at a time where things are aligning for everybody to like, every stuff is clicking for us. You know what I'm saying? Like we're getting conscious, like it's like everybody's stuff is starting to click for us.
So why does I don't know if you could answer this, but why do some people have this energy, and I'm a victim of it, why do some people, including myself, have this energy like so fast and in the beginning, like it's like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this, I'm ready for that, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and then come April, May, June, July, you know what I'm saying, it kind of like slows down, or you know what I'm saying, some people quote unquote take their summers off, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, to bounce back, and really you should be ready for the summer. Like you got to keep that same energy from January to December.
It'd be a lot cooler for, I feel like, us as black people to really get into astrology more, because that really does, like I done looked at some stuff and been like, wow, that shit kind of like happen in there, and then you know, like you look at certain things and it aligns up correctly, and it's like it's kind of amazing. So you know, but not only that, back to you know what you were saying, why such does it slow down? You know, coming towards the summer and so forth. I feel like it does that just because it's the summer. The sun is coming out. We black. We got melanin, yo. So sun is coming out. Back in our natural, we're human beings still. This is another thing we have to understand. Like, if there was no money, what would be your enjoyment? What would be like? I can't say running for me would be like fucking my enjoyment or something, but like just having fun. You know what I mean? Hooping. You know what I mean? Like whatever it may be. Like you know what I mean? Hooping. Like I like just having fun. Like being like, and when the summer gets here, it's sunny outside. For me, we're not, you know, if you're a melanated person, you take that sun in and you use it as energy. So we gotta expunge that energy, which is why we so high wired during the summer. You feel me? So while the summertime, your work becomes slower. Not you become slower, but your work that you feel like you're supposed to accomplish in the beginning of the springtime. Because the springtime, you're sprouting new roots, you're giving new fruition to what it is you were thinking coming out of that turmoil, or not even so much a turmoil, but a winter is, you know, is cold. It's more so a winter can be hard. You know what I'm saying? So coming out of that hard winter, you go into the spring and you're giving out the fruits of what it was that you were bearing through the winter and through the fall. So you know what I'm saying? Like all that you were building up through the fall, going through the winter, grinding for it, and then now it's springtime. You wanna, you know what I mean? By springtime, you want it to be able to be a flower, and then in the summertime, you want it to be just out there, just popping, just blow, you know what I mean? Like you've got all you're now the butterfly in the summertime. So that's why. But you know, summertime gets here, and you black folks, bro, we do a lot more that I feel like that is more kinder to our souls. Like have fun. Having experiences is what you're supposed to do in life. You feel me? And I feel like that's what your soul yearns for. Which is why us as every human being, no matter black, white, or in between, we all yearn for experience. That's what your soul yearns for. Whether it's getting money, you want to experience having $1 million. You get what I'm saying? That's what your soul yearns for, is the experience of having these certain materialistic things that they have set forth in front of us that we feel and put on a pedestal that's high, which is no problem. No, nothing wrong with that. You know, you work for everything. Even back in the day when there was no money, you still had to work to get to where it was able to be doing what you wanted to do. You know, so you always got to put the work in no matter what. Even if you have to build the boat to sail across the ocean. You get what I'm saying? You got to put the work in to get what you want. And then a lot of things that I noticed, like, especially the kids of this generation, they're like super fast, yo. Super fast, like they learn stuff hella fast, and like that technology has got everybody like super ahead of the game. So like our first cell phones was like Nokia handhelds, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like we were the last like 95, like the 90s babies was probably the last of that breed that really wanted to go outside.
My uncle he had brought his football over or whatever. And I was like, damn. I ain't seen a football in hella long. You know, and we just, you know, a lot of the men in my family are kind of older than me, so it was just funny to see them with a football in their hands, you know. But he threw it to me, you know, and it was all good. And then my cousin that came, he had pulled up or whatever, bounced out his car, and before he could get his son out the back seat, I just threw the football at him just real far, right? And I was just like, damn. We need to really rekindle that. We need to get back to doing outside shit. Like,
outside activities, yo. That's how you.
We need a hashtag come outside challenge.
On God, bro. God, bro. That's how you. When we used to be outside, bro, just all the experience. I remember when I was a kid, bro, I fell out of a cherry tree. Nigga, really branch broke. Nigga, not really like it was a movie like. Hit the ground, nigga. White lady seen me, actually all right and shit. I got up, limping and shit. Hella hurt, like hella young, just all kind of experiences, yo. Like, you remember picking the little plums and eat them, you know what I mean? Like, or, you know what I mean? Just hella little fun shit, racing. Like, I remember we used to race all the time. Or,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, just fun ass shit, hide and seek and tag and just all kind of crazy shit. But now at the end of the day, like that shit that you're not gonna see too much of anymore. We was five thick back in the day, and we outside. We blowing outside. We finna go do something. Whether it's get in trouble or have fun. We finna go get an experience. We finna go create an experience. Now you can get your experience on your phone fake way, which is not what the soul yearns for. So that's just what I think is why the disrupt. That's why I think that's another reason why I think it's a disrupt in social accord, because people are not doing what their souls are yearning for. We're doing what we believe is going to get us that bag. You feel me? So, I mean, it.
That's funny.
Yeah, it all makes sense at the end of the day. Everyone deserves to think what they will. Everybody deserves to do what they want.
I see you got the God box written down right there. What's that about?
David Banner.
You got it. Did you order his thing?
Nah. No, didn't even order a check. But I like David Banner like a motherfucker. That nigga is. He go crazy. I fuck with David Banner. He's tight.